Yeah, and hello and welcome to our Banter Blitz show. I hope you are all fine. Let's get right to some games. Galactic is challenging me, and I'm going to take that challenge. Playing with white, going e4 and see what happens. We had some technical issues in the German show. There was a connection problem, some dropped frames. It somehow got resolved by me restarting the stream. I hope sorry, I hope this is not happening again in the English show. If you experience any technical problems, let me know. I can try to address it by restarting the stream. Okay, so we have a line here in the French exchange. It's a bit odd here. What is Black doing? Why is he thinking at this point? Yeah, if you play knight c6, you should be aware of this line being possible. It's basically the only line that white can play. Oh, I'm not on the board. That's bad. Oops. Thanks for reminding me. I'm sorry. Anyway, now you had the chance to stare for 2 minutes at my bookshelf. Okay. Sorry, guys. So we have I can just quickly tell you what happened. We had the French exchange, and this is an interesting line, and the only line that is somewhat testing. He took a bit of time for the sequence, and now we arrived here where white is a little bit better. Yeah, it's just a matter of structure that is a little bit better for white. Let's take here the 2 pawns here. A slight issue. Of course, Black is not in terrible shape, obviously not. But it's going to be a game where, at least with reasonable play, white should absolutely never lose and rather have some opportunities. Okay, let's see. Is he going to play bishop b7? One idea for Black could be to simply try to prove that the bishop is good on the long diagonal, and that he's not caring so much about the material. For example, yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is an idea. Now, if I take c7, does he have compensation there? Yeah, he can play stuff like knight d4, but I mean, yeah, I mean, he can do that, but it's a pawn. Knight d4, queen d4, bishop f3, bishop g3. I've won a pawn. It might be not too bad for Black, but it's not a terrible opening result if you're just a pawn up. Let's see what his idea is. I'm basically threatening queen to b3 at this point. As the bishop on b7 cannot be defended by normal moves, so he has to be a little bit careful about all this. Yeah, this is what I expected. Now I cannot take, of course, but I can take here and now drop back. Yeah, so it's just a pawn basically. Queen b4, as the bishop has to move again. Oh, no, it doesn't have to move again. That's a bit stupid that I didn't see this. It's not a huge problem. f3 is kind of, it's not a problem at all, but I should have seen the idea. It's annoying for black. One annoying part of this is, why is that possible? I'm just winning stuff now, right? One problem for black was that the bishop is so unstable. You don't have a good stable square. It probably wouldn't have been too bad to somehow get it to e6 and then trying to draw with the 2 against 1. It's not much fun, but that is how this line is shaping up. Knight c6 is actually quite often played here by ambitious players, but in this line there's no ambition. You're just slightly worse forever. But okay, it's still solid. Not this position though. I'm just winning at least an exchange. So take. Rook takes. There's even queen b7. Rook b8, queen b7, because of the back rank. Queen e2, rook g1. Oh wait, there might be some stuff on f3. Just a moment. Maybe it's not the best idea. I have rook g5. It's not an issue. Yeah, we don't have many viewers. It seems that most English-speaking people watch the Champions Showdown. Yeah, maybe I'll watch some of that later. Yeah, more or less everything wins here. I'm just a huge chunk of material up. Queen f6. Yeah, that's all nice, but they still have a bishop. Still have the bishop on b8. Yeah, and now Galactic loses on time, but he actually managed to resign. Yeah, this line is actually, I think, quite comfortable for white with bishop b5. You have to do this. Anything else is okay, but bishop b5, I think white can still be quite happy about it. Frisch Luke something. Okay, I never played him. Okay, so this English line I've had on the board quite a lot. I think probably every show I've got at least one game with this. So probably a statistic that is quite true without having done any statistical analysis, but I feel every show I get this at least once. Yeah, white is under enormous pressure already. H4 coming. This is one of the problems with the early fianchetto and the knight on e2 in particular. Then h5, h4 really gains quite a lot in strength. This is a very interesting observation, by the way. In recent years, the attitude towards h-pawn pushes has changed quite a bit. This often in the past was viewed as somewhat, or in some cases somewhat suspicious or unsound. You cannot push the h-pawn, blah blah blah. But in fact, it is very often dangerous against almost any g6 setup. Early h-pawn pushes are dangerous. It's not just Simon Williams screaming "Harry the h-pawn." It is actually dangerous in many cases. Oh, sorry. Didn't want to smash the glass down on the table. Okay, so here the h file is open. I already could have taken on e3. That was a good alternative. Okay, I know I can still take. Yeah. I have one question. Is there anybody around who's watching? No, sorry, not watching. Who's visiting Berlin the weekend? Not the next one. Yeah, the one in about 10 days when they have the final or the central rounds of the German Bundesliga. I'm going to be there to play the Blitz tournament and watch the Bundesliga. Anybody is around as well. Probably should have asked that in the German show already, but I forgot. Okay, now this one. Many good moves now. Simply attacking e2, but knight f3, bishop f3, those moves are also very dangerous. And it is true, there are two things competing. There's also the Champions League, that's true. But it's a typical Wednesday evening problem. We tried Fridays, that somehow didn't work. Is there any show on Mondays? I think Lubbes Lernstunde, right? The German instructional show. I could do Mondays, actually. That would work. Avoiding any sort of football. Okay, so now, is there a mate? I don't see a mate. I see one of the more impressive forks on e3, but I think that's enough. I'm going to win at least the queen. Thanks for the game, Frisch Luke. All right, so there was one challenge by Europameister, the European champion would be the translation. I'm going to take this one because we never played before, so it's a new opponent for me. Oh, that's a cool matchup. Atletico Madrid against Juventus Turin. Pronunciation is certainly tricky. Yeah? We're dealing with Spanish and Italian names pronounced by German in English. That sounds like a recipe for disaster. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it in any sort of correct way. I don't even know what should be correct then. That is the wrong move order. I'm taking the big center pawn here. I have to cover that first, buddy. Yeah, the Maroczy bind without an e4 pawn is quite favorable, obviously. And the knight is not bad on c5, so quite happy. Just d6 and so on. Okay, bishop takes e3 very often is just strong. I'm not sure that I want to do it here because I already won the big center pawn and there is not much need for this kind of imbalance that potentially could still be tricky. If he plays queen d2, I'm going to take on c3 because then knight e4 will eliminate the bishop for sure. It's also not quite clear to me what his next move is here. If queen d2 is not possible, it's kind of sad. It's a bit of a sad position. Yeah, here you can also consider to take. I mean, it will win c3. But, again, I don't see the need. Yeah, I did an exchange French repertoire. It's in my books. In my book, yeah, Keep It Simple 1e4, and also available online on Chessable. It's a full e4 repertoire. It's not just the exchange French, but the exchange French is one of the more yeah, it's kind of known that it is in there, and there have been some funny things happening. I have friends and club mates that added the French exchange to their repertoires, and it's quite funny that people start to expect this to happen, because like yeah, you know, that guy who wrote the book on the French exchange and so on, and then they now start to avoid the French because they know that they have to fight against the exchange variation, which well, it's really fun. Really. Okay, so what about this? I have knight b3 here. I don't know if it's good though. Yeah, come on. Yeah, and they start to avoid the French exchange. Then again, I understand it's not fun. Oh, knight takes, actually. I did not really. But what the beep? Oh my goodness! I completely ignored that my knight now is stranded. I totally ignored knight takes e2 here. Wow, what a moron I am. That's sad, in particular because it was a totally winning position, really. What the Minch, sorry. That is so silly. You blunder. Oops. He's got queen to f3. Just about. Oh, this one. Okay. I can still put up a bit of a fight there. c2. Yeah. Still on. So in football, Schalke is already behind. Okay, it was kind of expected. I still have this idea to take and play bishop b2. I mean, it's not ideal, but at least I'm in the game still. Pretty silly, really. Okay, so take, yeah, I have to take it. And it's not so easily getting the pawn. Yeah, route 1 of the arrow fraud had to be replayed, that's true. There was a bomb threat, I believe. They had the round started and then they feared that something might happen there. There were some threats and then they stopped the round and I think started it again today. As far as I know, they started it again today. B5 is surprising. Isn't it just gone? It is just gone. Why does he give me yet another pawn? It's a bit surprising. If he wouldn't have given me that pawn, it's still a technical task. Now I'm just basically promoting the c-pawn. Yeah, thanks for the game, Europameister. That was not... I did not play it well, yeah. I completely... That was super silly. Knight b3 was extremely silly. Alright, so I suspect that there is a challenge out by Schelling. There is a challenge out by Schelling, so let's play this evergreen game every week, basically. And we are almost evenly rated. So the winner gets closer to 2,900. Okay. Okay, Schelling. We have not yet discussed this opening, I believe. It seems that he's out of book. I'm not. Knight c3 is uncommon in this position. It's not an old Tarrasch. I don't think it's even related to the Tarrasch. It's just a different opening. And I don't think it has a name, as far as I know. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Do we take them? Yeah, I don't see why not, honestly. If I just grab e4. I mean, he will get some play, that is absolutely certain, but is it enough? Is it enough to be better? Might be, but it also could be not much going on. Okay, I thought he would castle. Castle queenside. I mean, that is what I expected. Okay, so there is some knight d6 business for sure. However, if I go g6 now, rook d1, king c8, then knight d6 is not a problem. That line is called Krause variation. Okay. Huh. Okay. I wasn't aware of that. I've played that line with black in tournament chess exactly once. Exactly once. Beat a grandmaster with black and never played it again. I guess it served its purpose. Yeah, am I not fine here? I mean, unless there's some tactic now, I'm fine. Yeah, this line is played by some people, Ivanchuk, as Fuchsia mentioned, and it is also played by Mamedyarov, mostly in rapid chess though. Knight h6. Okay, so f7 hangs, but so if I take it and go a6, he's going to go back. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with this. Svidler has also played it, yes. Okay, now king to c7 and rook d8. Now I'm stopping knight c4 and I have knight f5 available. So immediately, and then he's going to play bishop g5 and be an annoyance. Unfortunately f6 I cannot play. Yeah, maybe still this. Bishop g5, rook d7, and I'm ready for potentially knight e8 to trade more, or okay, he's just threatening the pawn. No knight e8 then. e5 is hanging, yeah? That's funny. So rook e6, bishop e5. It's not good. King b8. King b8 is going rook d1. Bishop e6. Rook e6. He's got still knight c4. Funny. I got no time. I have to make a decision. It's a bit odd. Okay, I overlooked that move, unfortunately. I also overlooked that move. Oh my god, what's going on here? I completely spoiled this thing. It was just winning, huh? It was just winning with a pawn for nothing. Annoying. He's a really great defender. finding resources, posing problems, and so on. This is probably equal. '97, I don't quite get. I'm not quite sure what this does. Looks like not very helpful, actually. Can we catch the knight? Probably not. Yeah, it's just rather equal. And he's got more time. Yeah, he goes for this trickery, and successfully so. Yeah, got no time. Very silly loss. What? Yeah, come on, that's man, whatever. I'm even winning here in this friggin' position. He just makes a2 resigns, and I make everybody plays rook b4 here, so I pre-move king c5. Okay, great game. Thanks for playing, Schelling. Oh man, it took lots of weird things to lose this game. Okay, so I cannot really pronounce this one. Okay. Wait, it doesn't seem he wants to play really, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to wait for a long time. Objectively worse. Yeah, I still like that. It's a cool handle. Okay. I don't think I played knight f3 yet in this session, so let's do it. Okay, now a big decision for black. Do you want to take? Do you want to play d4? Or this one, which leads into a Tarrasch. The Tarrasch is oftentimes getting on the board here without black really having any detailed knowledge. We'll see what happens. Tyskie is good. Yeah, it's a good Polish beer, of course. I buy that, I mean, not regularly, but they sometimes have it in small quantities in my supermarket, and if I decide to buy beer, I quite frequently go for Tyskie. It's a good one. In general, I think there are quite a good there's a good amount of good Polish beers. I've been to Poland twice now, to Wrocław and to Krakow, and the beer was very affordable, very cheap, and good. Yeah, it was. I don't think I ever got something where I felt like, oh my god, that tastes like ugh. Yeah, was really always good. And well, the prices were like phenomenally good. Yeah, so here we have a fairly common pawn structure. Okay, queen c2 has probably bishop f5 coming. Fairly common pawn structure. And I need to get my pieces a bit organized. I would like to get the knight to c5 without being in any sort of, yeah, while still staying coordinated is what I'm trying to say. Unsuccessfully, I guess. Okay, I cannot really do without e3. Queen c1, I need to organize this position. Yeah, it's white with a crown. And okay, rook e1. There might be the moment for bishop takes e4. I mean, you're weakening the light squares tremendously, but takes knight c5. There could be situations where this is just like immediately killing black. So I have to be on the lookout. Yeah, this could be such a situation. I think I'm going to do it. It's just like here, he has to play bishop c8, and then I will take a7. And the black queen, it's not easy to get... Oh, okay. It's not easy at all to get the black queen somehow into my camp, so that the light squares are actually a real issue. I had knight d7 as well, which I should have probably played. That was silly. Anyway, I'm still quite happy. Again, the black queen is not coming to getting close to my king anytime soon. Okay, let's stop the h-pawn. Currently, he's not playing. The queen is not playing. It's just not doing anything. If I go rook c1, there's probably queen to d2. Let's see. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that doesn't help. I think he's... Oops. What? That doesn't work simply. I'm just winning the bishop. Just winning the bishop now. black is really objectively worse. Now he indeed resigns. Okay, so Daniel 2005. Let's play. I don't think we played before, or did we? Oh, actually 2 times. All right, so let's go e4 and see what he's got in store. The Petrov. So I'm going to the Scotch 4 knights and see what Daniel is up to. This line, okay, let's see what sub-variation he goes for. Knight takes e4 now gets 2 fireworks, but it's not really great. And this is better for white. Bishop d2. I haven't looked at this for quite a while, but it is better for white. Okay, yeah, so here white is just better by normal moves. You don't have to do anything fancy. F3, G4, H4, H5, G5, and so on. Yeah, it's just a straightforward attacking game. So G5 or H5 doesn't matter really. Bishop G5 was interesting. I probably should have considered this move. The bishop G5, the pin would have been very annoying. Now maybe black. Yeah, this is maybe really a little bit of an issue. I mean, I still feel I'm better, but I'm not certain I played in the best possible way, really. Still, I mean, white's attack here is much quicker, but maybe there was something better even. Okay, let's go. H5. I have a hard time to believe that move. Even just queen b5 should be quite a huge advantage. Okay, but g5 is hanging. In some cases at least. Okay. Okay, let's do something simple. And he still has knight c4 there. Okay, come on. It's just fire. Probably a3 was silly. If I go g6, I should have done that immediately, and not. I mean, a3 could be useful. Okay. So. All right, so check. I'll just go there. It's not good. It's not going to be fun to defend. That's clear. Okay. Threatening queen h8, so probably king f8 has to be played. And now just need to somewhat cover e7. Okay, queen a2 is too annoying. I have to probably address that for the moment. Just intending knight g5, which wouldn't threaten decisively, but okay. What the heck? What was that? Skype message? Okay, so what is that? He's going for rook c1, I guess. Okay, I've got rook h8. It doesn't win. Somehow it feels like I should have a win here. Rook h8 takes, king e7. Huh, don't even have a check there. Okay. It's really, really weird that there is no win. I think it's really odd. Now I'm threatening rook h8 and knight f5. Ah, shoot! Damn it! I'm sorry. He's getting out of this nonsense position. It's really, really weird. It's really disappointing. I mean, you win out of the opening basically, and then spoil it. Yeah. That's a bit of a pain. Yeah, black is winning almost with anything. He has a wide choice. I have to play king e3. I wanted to play king e3 first, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm already. It was just silly to get there. Okay. And it's a pain. I mean, the position like roughly moved. This is just a completely winning position for white. There's no doubt about that. Probably I have to play g6 immediately. That is giving moves like queen b5 with the tempo. You have so many good looking possibilities. It's kind of tricky to play. Anyway, thanks for the game, Daniel. It was interesting, of course. That whole line, however, you should discard. It just doesn't work. 4 bishop b4 is not good. Maybe you can equalize with black, but it's very, very difficult to do and completely unnecessary, as black is kind of okay with taking on d4. Yeah, I'm giving away too many relatively simple wins. It's too costly. And that is why the rating is going down. I mean, you can always lose games by being outplayed, but if you just like get winning positions after move 20 and don't win, that's too expensive, let's say. Okay, so we have the Dutch defense here against Pancho Valvis. Let's see what Pancho is doing here. It's a bit odd. Okay. I wanted to play knight a4 here, but he's got bishop to d7. Okay, then have to play more conservatively. Okay. My original intention was c4, but he's got rook d8, as I now see. No, I'm not doing this well, really not. It's very tough here to play this without c4, but I don't really get it in. Black is fine here. He's got a decent center. Oh, that I did not expect. Even queen takes was interesting. I'm not sure. The c-pawn is slightly vulnerable. Rook c1, bishop a4 maybe. Yeah, that could be the idea. So let's step out of this. Yeah, the one idea is to go queen a5 or d4. Yeah, I think I go d4 here. c4, knight c5, then I should be ready to play b3, and my knight is a bit better than his bishop. That is probably what's going to happen. Taking on d4 is not a good idea. Oh, this one. Okay. Not sure what the idea is. He still has to go. Wow. I am going to take with a pawn, of course. And now this whole construction looks a bit odd, with the pawn on e6 and the knight coming to c5. Ooh. Maybe I actually should have taken on c7. But okay, it's probably not a huge thing. He's got a very weak pawn on e6. Taking on d4 was a really odd decision. Okay, now there is not... Okay, I can take e6, probably. Yeah, it's still a little bit interesting. Bishop c4. Bishop c4 could work. Queen e3 is an idea, threatening mate on e8. Okay. It's not mate. I'm such an idiot. He's got queen f8. Ah, sorry. Oh my god. That is awful. You can never allow this bishop to take. Okay, I mean, there is the king and pawn ending with rook e8. Takes. Queen f8, takes, takes b3, king e7. Could be a win, but I'm not completely sure. I mean, I'm still a lot better here, of course, but it's not over, and it should be. I need to get rid of back rank mates here. Idea is rook e7 now. Or take on d5. So, rook e7, and then he's going to check and play queen g4, yes? Yeah, probably. Looks mandatory. Yeah, rook f7, there is rook e8, and I'm winning. And there is just the check. Queen g4, only move. He just resigns. Okay. I mean, he will lose on time, but queen g4. I wanted to take on d5 and win this pawn with check, which is probably enough, but still somehow I was extremely silly to overlook that. I mean, okay, maybe this is winning. It's possible. It's possible. You get here. Wow, that's tough to analyze. I guess it's not something you go for, yeah, if you have no time. Okay, anyway, who is challenging me? Zadek. I've never played before, so... Alright, let's go d4. Is Schalke actually leading in this football match against Manchester City. I mean, 2-1 isn't brilliant, but at least it's better than what most people expected to happen for the German team. Okay, Zadek is not replying. Can always challenge again. I don't really feel like waiting for a long time. So we've got Cobra. I haven't played him for quite a while, I think. So I'm going to take that challenge, accept that challenge. Okay, so 2-1. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, so we from the London system move order, we've gotten to more of a Queen's Gambit type of position. This bishop d6 is a little bit uncommon in general. I mean, no, it's not bad. I mean, just you don't see this too often. The combination here of this bishop f4 and bishop d6 and white pawns on c4. One problem for black is, yeah, exactly. If you want to develop later with knight d7, your bishop is hanging. So this is why you oftentimes take on g3. Now it's not so easy, however, to castle short. I mean, it's not like it's an immediate mate, but it feels a bit dangerous to do that. Yeah, I'm going to still keep this option open of playing with g4, maybe g4, g5. Oh, he's taking. That's comfortable. Getting this in one move. Okay, now where to put it? Probably to b3. I can still castle kingside. It's not like I'm married to the idea of giving mate. You can still reduce that to the question of how is the bishop on c8 ever going to play. And I think I'm going to do that. It's not so easy for black to get this into play. b6 and c5. That is something that definitely can be tried. Okay, if I get this in, and now I need this, I need the battery with the queen on d3 or e4 and bishop on c2. Yeah, knight d5 looks kind of normal. So let's go for the battery. He definitely has to weaken his king position a lot after it. Does he want to go f5? That's going to be very dangerous. Okay. Now, you can go for g4, g3, king g2, and so on. Pile up on the h file. In the meantime, black will play c5, but how dangerous is that? Yeah. It's not dangerous, but after taking, no, I should do this differently. I should rather, I mean, this is nice, but I should rather try to prevent him from getting more counterplay in the center. So something like this looks fine. Now c5 is met by d5. Oh. Now he's in trouble. I mean, okay, he was in trouble before, but here I'm already winning material. Quite a good chunk of material. I think this was better to play more center oriented than to go for g4, g3 and so on. Just trying to hammer on the h farm. That wouldn't have been that fantastic. Yeah, here black is basically out of ideas. Trying for pawn to a5 to permanently prevent any sort of move there. No b pawn move. Okay, and now we can reroute the knight to d6. Okay, I do understand. You need some sort of active move, but can even take g6 here. Maybe I should. Yeah? There's really no reason not to take it. Oh, it's a good move. No, it isn't. I can take with the queen. But it was kind of a shocker. Whew, I can take with the queen, okay. Okay, thanks for the game, Cobra. All right, is there anybody on? Julian, FR2, I played him. Let's go play Chessy. It's always on basically every week, almost. And it's always interesting. He's a good player. So let's see what Chessy 99 is doing. He probably is also watching the Champions Showdown. How long is that actually running? I mean, if it started at roughly 2 hours ago, so this show, my show, will last 20 minutes still. Is there something happening after that even, or? Yeah, Jesse is not around, it seems. Michal Palitska, I played him last week, I think. Okay, I think there's nobody on that I have never played. Maybe Melt, is that a new one? Let's do it, I don't know. And the game started. I still just after half time, okay. I think I might watch a bit of it. I mean, like 1 or 2 hours is about the dosage of Maurice Ashley that I can take. Sorry guys, if anybody is a real fan of him, but it's tough for me sometimes. Okay, so c3 here, played by Melt. Knight takes e5 is actually oh, we didn't play such a long time ago, Michal. Okay, I wasn't quite certain, so maybe let's do this next challenge. I think I've never played Melt though. Oh, once. Okay. I shouldn't pre-move this. After knight takes, there's maybe knight f5, and Yeah, so all right, so let's castle. Yeah, in this position, white is trying to prove that his better structure, this 4 against 3, counts for something. However, black has the bishop pair and a relatively easy development, so I think I should be fine here. Okay, knight e6 now would be a trade. Yeah, not sure about it. There's also c7 hanging. Like after knight e6 takes on d8. I would have needed to take with the bishop because c7 is attacked by the f4 bishop. I still have some other useful moves that I can make. Okay. No knight f5, please. I tried to play this knight e6 without being further annoyed by trade or... Yeah, now knight e6 is probably a little bit better. After knight takes e6, I can take d2. Yeah, don't want to give you give you that bishop. So I have to play this slowly, probably like rook e d8 and f and c5 and so on. It's not so easy here to do this. Rook d8 as bishop g5. Yeah. Okay, so if I go c5 immediately, where is the knight going? It doesn't have a really great square, right? So I should probably do it. Now he's got knight a5 coming up, maybe. No, I didn't blunder that pawn. I played very well up to this point. After knight a5, white would have been totally fine. Yeah, thanks for the game, Melt. Yeah, just like knight a5. And there is still a bit of pressure. I'm not sure if b6 is good. Even, yeah, b6, knight c6 is kind of debatable. I cannot immediately attack the knight, but it has no squares. Anyway, white was perfectly fine. Absolutely fine. And played very well up to this point. Okay, so let's play Michael. He just mentioned that we haven't played for a while, so why not? Alrighty, maybe something that I don't play that often. The Caro-Kann or Caro-Kann. It's definitely a German name. Always weird if you have German names and I'm in my English pronunciation mode and then I somehow pronounce the German names with some sort of English. It sounds totally off. Okay, no queen b5, please. That's a very, very solid setup for white. Okay, b3, it's a bit surprising. You don't really want to play c4 here. Okay. c4, okay, he takes that. Okay. This b3 move is a bit odd, you know. Okay. Now d4 is attacked. So he had to take with the knight, basically. And now, how do we do this? This is a very comfortable isolated queen pawn position, because there are already so many pieces traded, so that white's attacking chances to compensate for a structural deficit are not that dangerous. Oh, yeah, this b3 move. That b3 move should not be repeated, let's say. Yeah, it's just an exchange basically for not much. It doesn't have a dangerous discovered check, I believe. There's no check. I can always take with the queen. Oops. That's a full rook now. Yeah, thanks for the game, Micha. Yeah, the real issue is, like, if you go here, just play c3. Something like this is completely fine. It's a Carlsbad structure reversed, let's say, and it's solid as a rock here for white. Okay, so chess new bingo. It's a new opponent. Not actually unrated. Okay. Doesn't matter really. Chess noob Ingo. Now I get the handle. Gibraltar. Okay. So got an open Sicilian here. The queen d3 line against the Taimanov is looking odd, but it's not bad. I've had very good results with that. I'm not a regular e4 player, in particular not open Sicilians, but I had really good results with this. Okay. Wait, queen g7, bishop e5, bishop f4, right? That is refuting the whole thing. I can also move the queen, but bishop f4 should be strong. Yeah. A funny cross pin somehow. Yeah. I think black more or less has to take on g7, except the position a pawn down. At least you can fight. I mean, it's just a pawn. Any other move, I think you lose more material even. For no compensation that I can see. Yeah, my pawn structure is damaged, but the dark squares, that is one of the stronger bishops around. I don't see the bishop on c8 ever doing anything meaningful in this game. You cannot castle, and the knight, wherever you go, it's dominated. Yeah, Melt, you're welcome. So, writing in the chat. Okay, yeah, well, this is kind of, it's not helping. Or is he going to? No, there was no long castling anyway. So here, yeah, bishop b8 or bishop c5, yeah, wins a piece. Yeah, and chess noob Ingo resigns. Yeah, it just doesn't work. Yeah, can take on g7, play bishop f4. All right, so is there anybody? I always try to play the guys I never played, but I think I've played absolutely everybody in the list. Grana Blanca, no, just one. So let's play the guy I only played once before. Grana Blanca. What is Grana? I mean, Blanca I know. I really have very little knowledge of Spanish, but I know Blanca. It's a bit of an older challenge, so maybe he is not even around anymore. That's possible. Yeah, it looks like it. So I'm not waiting for long. So let's see, let's pick a 3-minute challenge if there is one around. Bertus Maximus or Bertus Maximus is on with a 3-minute challenge. Okay, so got a Queen's Gambit and a Slav. Yeah, I play this funny line. I've already. Okay. So black is just happy with the transposition to Fianchetto Grunfeld, which is not a bad opening, of course. So it's a reasonable way of playing. But white is a little bit quicker in the center. Okay. The question is black able to get this bishop into play? That could become an issue. So there's c5. He's not threatening it yet, so still have a moment of time. And now maybe c5. I wanted to wait for this. Knight c4, knight d6 coming. This would be a bit more attractive if the bishop wouldn't be on b2, but rather trade it. Okay, he takes it. Yeah, but now I get there. There is bishop e5, knight d6 business. Okay. And then probably knight d6. I'm not certain. Other options look promising as well. Wait, there's also queen e5 stuff. Okay, I can do this first. I mean, it's just a okay. It was a little trap. Yeah, thanks for the game, Bertus. He's writing it in the chat. Okay, so is there maybe a 1-minute challenge going on? That would be fitting perfectly. Oh, it's pretty nice, I think, to end the game with a light-hearted bullet game at the end. Maybe somebody is challenging me. So the first bullet challenge I will gladly take. Aha, so we got one here. Julian. Get some pre-moves in. Playing the hippopotamus. It's a decent bullet opening. I think you can play many moves and oops, winning material already. You can play many moves without being disturbed all that much. I got far too much material. Yeah, the a-pawn will prove to be strong. Yeah, thanks for the game, Julian. Okay, so we're at the end of the show. It was a bit unfortunate that we collided with the Champions Showdown show. I'm still happy that you watched mine and it's still possible to see a bit of the broadcast from St. Louis from here. So I hope you enjoyed the show for tonight. I'm happy to be back next week, I guess, at the same time spot. At least from my end, it should be fine. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.